Right, so Mitt Romney has come out and said that, quote, the world is getting warmer, as if we needed further proof that there is no problem with the weather, really, other than it gets bad sometimes and it gets better other times. Romney comes out and says, well, I'll just read some of this here. Presidential hopeful Mitt Romney broke with Republican orthodoxy on Friday by saying he believes that humans are responsible, at least to some extent, for climate change. I believe the world is getting warmer, and I believe that humans have contributed to that, he told a crowd of about 200 of the evildoers at a town hall meeting in Manchester, New Hampshire. Quote, it's important for us to reduce our emissions of pollutants and greenhouse gases that may be significant contributors. Now, Mitt Romney is a CFR, Council on Foreign Relations, stooge, and as such, he is not in any way interested in the United States sovereignty. He's not interested in empowering individuals and in protecting individual liberty, economic freedoms. He's in empowering government. He's in empowering the elites, the people with the minds to control us and to tell us what we're to do and what we're not to do. And so, of course, the climate change thing is a way in to that. It's a great way. You can use it as a ruse for other things. Now, whether they actually believe it or not, I really don't give a shit. You know, that's one of the reasons why it's like, for me, ever since 2007 or 2008, when I watched my first Ron Paul video, it's like a light bulb went off in my head. Because what was so interesting about Ron Paul that separates him from someone like a Mitt Romney is Ron Paul seeks to empower the individual over even himself as president. So when people ask him, what is it you're going to do as president? He says, well, it's not so much what I want to do as much as what I don't want to do. He wants to lead almost in a negative connotation in as much as taking power away from the presidency and giving it back to the people. People like Mitt Romney, anyone who's involved in the Council on Foreign Relations, the CFR, they are interested in growing the state and empowering the state so that it can have more control over you, so that you cannot fuck things up because you're dirty and you destroy things. You can't be trusted, so you need to look to them. It's all about interventionism. They have to intervene. America's military has to intervene abroad for whatever reason. Yeah, if there's some sort of problem, they have to intervene abroad. Of course, they ignore all the problems interventions cause. But anyways. So, this is kind of an interesting thing to me because it's like, right now, who is the GOP going to vote for? And don't be fooled. These polls that show that, oh, they're choosing Mitt Romney, I think that's a lot of bullshit. Not so much by the poll itself, but by people taking the poll. What they're really saying is that they think he's got the best shot to win. He's the most presidential looking, and he's got the best shot to win, and that's who everyone keeps talking about. You know, I wouldn't buy that yet. But every candidate I look at, Herman Cain supported the bailout, Mitt Romney supported the bailout, created Romney Care, supports the idea of climate change or global warming, man-made climate change, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Tim Pawlenty fell. I can't, Newt Gingrich, a mess. I literally cannot find a candidate who is not a, quote, RHINO, or Republican in name only. And then you throw in Ron Paul in the mix. It's going to be interesting because Ron Paul's anti-war stance was a problem in the last Republican, or the GOP, I just totally forgot what it was called, nomination. But now that Obama has gone into Libya in such a careless, unconstitutional fashion, that might sort of change the dynamic to where suddenly Ron Paul will be more palatable even to GOP voters. So it's going to be really interesting, but here we have basically a story of Mitt Romney saying he believes humans are responsible for climate change. And I'm sure, and again, the Time or Newsweek magazine, I did a video on yesterday about how they're trying to make the tornado thing related to climate change. You see, there's this push. They want every weather event has to be relatable to climate change so they can push their little fucking carbon credits bullshit through. They want another fake economy on top of the already fake economy so they can control people and manipulate people. That's what these people do. See ya.